Hi, I'm Hermes Alejandro Oliveros, and these are the three biggest challenges our society will face in the near future. Starting with inequality, which is a growing problem in our current society, mainly in the third world countries such as ours. We can find absurd cases of inequality, such as the extreme accumulation of money for a small minority, while the rest of society finds itself in poverty, which in some cases is extreme poverty. Taking Colombia as an example, which has been listed by the UN as the third most unequal country in the world, only surpassed by Haiti and Angola. It is a country in which the rich get richer and the poor more and more poor, which over time will only be worse, each time generating more social problems. This problem goes back a long time in which a few people began to accumulate wealth in a huge way while others live in the shadow of these people begging for a little of these resources. These problems have come to the present under the same condition of a few people with absurd amount of wealth and others living in extreme poverty. Inequality is a problem of global scale, but it can be recognized much easier in the third world countries such as Latin American countries or African countries in which the inequality present in this is very obvious. With a large part of or its population dying of hunger while a few remain with all the resources of the area. In my opinion, this problem arises due to the greed of some people towards others or the lack of empathy, which generates that these people only want to accumulate wealth for themselves, leaving others in oblivion. Global warming is an issue that belongs to all of us because due to this, the climate of the entire planet is changing, generating unwanted changes in the biodiversity of the planet. Changes that cannot be repaired and generate very serious problems such as pole depletion or loss of entire ecosystems due to temperature changes. As we all know, global warming is something imminent that could generate very drastic changes in the ecosystem of the planet. One of the clearer examples of this is the withdrawal of the poles in the Arctic, or the unusual temperatures present through the planet in recent years. Another clear example of this is the recent case of Iceland, that its first iceberg has completely melted, so we can see that this problem is real, which we ourselves generated due to our past bad practices that have had their consequences today. Global warming began to appear largely in the recent decades due to the abuse of ecosystems present on the planet by industries. Abuse which forever changed the initial weather conditions, generating global warming, which could eventually end the planet as we know it. Global warming is a problem of global scale which affects all of us in the same way. It is a problem which we are all in some way guilty. Therefore, we must all become aware of this and make our best effort to repair it. The shortage of drinking water. As we all know, drinking water is one of the most precious resources of today. This due to the contamination of natural sources of water such as rivers and lakes. Thanks to the industry and the little control over the waste dispensed in the water sources, that at the time of we become aware of the damage it was that was being done, it was already too late to be able to reverse it. This problem had its beginnings since the Industrial Revolution, in which pollutants began to be produced as a result of industrial processes which were wasted in the nearest water sources, which process was carried out for many years until society was aware of the damage that was being caused. The contamination of drinking water is a problem that belongs to the whole world, since in almost the whole planet it was or is still contaminating the remaining drinking water in some way. So it's a problem of global scale which concerns us all in the same way. This problem in the future could lead to a very serious social problems, since by presenting water shortage, it will only be possible to obtain for people with sufficient resources, by practically letting others die. This problem could also lead to a war between countries for the control of this resource, and this will increase the current violence of the world or its stability. That was a resume of the three most important problems of our current society, in my opinion. And thanks for your attention.